Yeah, we'll have a walk across the island and up through Gringo Gulch. I don't like this bridge because all these steps are very uncomfortable. The only part of the bridge that really has comfortable steps is the center part. Not sure what's going on down here, but it really looks like there's a lot of rebar and forming going on, and I'll bet you there's going to be some kind of a wall. Which was quite a good idea if they had done it a long time ago. Boy, as somebody walks past on this bridge, you can feel the whole bridge kind of move. It undulates up and down. Richard Burton's house. And the little bridge across the street that used to connect Richard Burton's house to Elizabeth Taylor's place. And of course, everything was illegally torn down and reconstructed as a restaurant. It had been protected as a cultural heritage site. Actually, not a heritage site, but a historical site for tourism primarily. And going up some stairs. These can get you winded. Just a few more. And the last.
Okay.
Alrighty. This whole area is called Gringo Gulch. So for now, I'm headed for 480 Iturbide. And here we are. Here's Iturbide, and up here should be, it is Luna Liquada. So I need to make an inquiry here, and we'll see what that goes like. Be back. Well, that was a bus trying to contact anybody there. No answer when I hollered through the gate, and I could see the front desk. I could hear the phone ringing in the distance when I called, which I did about 5 times, and let it ring 6 or 7 times each time. It's only 3-star rated, so I don't think I would give it any kind of a positive recommendation. Anyway, on to other things. So now, let's see, I gotta get my bearing here. I think I take a right turn. Yes?
Okay.
Hola.
Hola, buen día. Sí, sí, sí.
You never can trust that there's actually steps at the end of a walkway.
Okay, okay. Fair enough. I understand.
Hopefully we come to something interesting down here. I think I remember it this direction.
Okay.
Lots and lots of English and gringos all over the place up here. Here we have a little view of things on the bay. And here's looking north. So from here, we're going to take a little walk this direction, which is back north on Matamoros. And we'll see what we can find here that might be interesting. Oh yeah, Shea Elena restaurant and hotel. Don't think that's any place I could afford to stay. And we are going to find something interesting here. I know anybody that's lived in Puerto Vallarta knows about this, and maybe people that have repeatedly visited here have found this. Oh my gosh, I think you need braces. Look at that lower set of teeth. Good heavens. Hey, pup. Kind of a nice view here. But look what we have up above us. A lighthouse. So, let's go up. Hey, look at that. Considerable view. And there's something for rent. Used to be kind of a gay themed hotel or B&B. So now we're standing on the upper lighthouse, and right down there, there's a big white building. Big tall one. And then to the right of that, a bunch of trees and a palm tree. But this down here is the Malecon. And there's a lighthouse on the Malecon. So before we had the radar and AIS, satellite navigation, and all the sophisticated means of travel, it was necessary when you were arriving by a ship to line yourself up so that the lower lighthouse and the upper lighthouse were vertically in line with each other. And that alignment meant you wouldn't hit anything underwater coming in. So you could come in at night. And in the daytime you would have surface landmarks that you could navigate yourself around. But if you spotted with a telescope and this upper lighthouse were over top of where the lower lighthouse is positioned, you knew you had safe water all the way. Just keep a straight line all the way in and you were here safely. Now just over the balcony of this closest big building right here, the left side of the building, there's a balcony. Just over that's the very top of the Hotel Rosita. and there was a pier right next to that where a lot of cargo came in and went out. You can't see the detail of anything up close down there, but there's also a big tall pole now with the Pantala flyers at the top of it. So now you're probably tired of the view from here. So we'll go back down and we'll get back on the street. And we'll take that little, there's a little sort of an andador right there. I'm gonna go down that, and there's a bunch of steps. And that'll take us all the way down to the Malecon. Quite a need for dental work on the puppy. I think he needs to go see an orthodontist. Wonder if he has a lisp when he barks. That could be an unkind speech impediment. Oh well. I think he'll do fine. It's got a nice cool place with a nice breeze. So we do have a nice view as we go down. Very pretty area here. Beautifully landscaped and maintained. Quite nice. The homeowners along both sides of this little andador have a very fortunate, beautiful place. Gaby's is here.
¿Hay o no hay?
No hay. No hay, pero
Porque no, nadie vino. Pero estas más y más calientes empiezan a tomar sin alcohol.
Very nice restaurant. Beautiful. Great food. My goodness. Vehicle exhaust made me sneeze. And we're coming up on the Malecon. This is where all the buses have to turn. There's no access into the Old Town area for any of the buses now, except through the tunnel, and that's got a very limited route. One of the things you're going to see when we come out is going to be the ice skating rink, and then just to the right of that's going to be the lighthouse that I spoke of earlier. And there you go. That black and white structure, that was the lower lighthouse. And of course, at the time those were used, there was no building standing right next to it. And there's one of the cruise ship tours. So we'll head back this way, away from it. And we'll take a look and see what's going on with the ice rink as soon as we can get across the street. Very hectic and a lot of traffic today. A lot of people from the cruise ship that's in. And we got water. Looks like we're putting water in for the ice rink. That's interesting. Sounds like we got something running too. Yep. Oh, look at the ice. That's ethylene glycol chilled to -22. And they got something not working right because there's a pump slowly turning backwards. So I don't know what that's all about. However, there's water in there and it's freezing. Everything that's cold with ethylene glycol is freezing frost over it. So they need to get another truck full of water, it looks like, and continue filling. The surface it's sitting on is not truly level because the corner of it towards the ocean has a pool of water on it, and the rest of it isn't quite covered in all the tubing. be a skater, you can be a spectator. All the little Christmas sheds are decorated, looking pretty festive. And we're running electricity for merry-go-round, which is down the way here, and that cable's going to run quite a distance. Power cable comes up behind here and across the concrete and down to the merry-go-round. We have Christmas tree construction happening. And the original plan for the Christmas tree called for a platform around the base of it, which they didn't get included before they began the tree construction, and so it got disassembled a little bit, and now we're going to complete that. And the dancers, some dancers. So the food smells good. I think I'll go and have some food somewhere. So off we go. So it's lunchtime, and I guess I will suffer through lunch here. But what to have, what to have. Looks like it's going to be quesadillas tres con camarón. Sounds good. Shrimp quesadillas and iced tea. And I think I will probably resist dessert and do that somewhere else. This place is pretty much 4.5 or 5 star. One of my favorites. Well, I'm not sure what the plan is here, but all of this delta is the result of the big rains and the flooding of the river. Trees and debris, a lot of foreign material brought down the river and deposited out there. This morning there was excavator work going on over there. That's on the north side of the river, north side of the islands. Not much flow, just a little bit. But the south side that's underneath where I'm standing still discharges the majority of the flow of the river. Really unimpeded going out. Oh, no heat running today for the pool. All of these units that look like air conditioners are actually heating for the swimming pool. And today it must be warm enough that they turned them off. But normally there's as many as all of them running, but mostly about 5 to 7 will cycle on and off. These all used to be gas, and there was a great big huge propane tank sitting over there, but that was phenomenally expensive. Always something was wrong with one of them, and the tank was always having to be refilled. It just sucked a lot of gas. So these are actually reverse cycle units. They're kind of like what we use for ground coupled heating and air conditioning in the US. Only they connect up to the pool instead of a big long pipe buried in the subsoil. The water gets circulated, and that's what heats the pool. A lot of cold air coming up off of these units when they're running, and oftentimes you can stand here on a really hot day, if it's particularly calm, get quite a cool breeze. Get cooled off a lot. And that's the discharge of the river. As pretty as these condo structures are, and the grounds, the original Agua de Molina that was here was really beautiful. Tall brick walls around it, full of palm trees, cute little brick bungalows all through the place. And the promise when they built all this was that they would maintain the look and feel, but it got wiped out. All the wonderful trees and things that were here originally all gone and replaced by the palms that we have. This sandy area out here is actually where a lot of sea turtles come to lay eggs, and this is not the time of the year for them here, so we don't really have a lot of concern about the eggs being disturbed or anything. For this particular area, most of that happens in March. Well, time to head off, head home, get some water, and figure out what to do next. There certainly are a lot of decisions to living here. Lunch was a terrible stress, but I managed to handle it. Unfortunately, I'm wearing a lot of the sauce that was on the shrimp quesadillas, so I'll have to change shirts before I go back out again. Not a whole lot of tourists from the cruise ship down this way. Maybe I should get a bicycle and terrorize people. Looks like too much work. Well, this is going to be the extent of today's excitement. The pelicans roosting on the roof up here are probably having a good time. This is a seafood place. It smells wonderful. Must drive the pelicans nuts. And here's Mirador. This is where I need to turn and head home. So that's it for now.